As always, today feels like as good a day as any for a surprise. A pleasant surprise, one hopes, but I do try to keep an open mind as to the specifics. To paraphrase a certain lapsed food columnist, in many ways the work of an investor is similar to that of a critic. We still enjoy a position over those entrepreneurs we fund, but unlike the critic, we do take on a commensurate risk. In the case of the owner-operators of La Ratatouille, the risks I've taken have paid off, almost to a one. But each new venture must be judged on its own merits, and for that, my pen and pad are always ready. Let's send Anton Ego to prepare for judgment. Chez Raphael or Chez Romeo, perhaps? No, not quite. Forgive me. Given that I have some time before my appointment, I've been trying my hand at something very ill-advised. Marketing. We do have to call the new location something besides La Ratatouille pop-up, after all. To do otherwise would smack of internet culture, and I simply won't abide that. Well, as the saying goes, time and tide wait for no government. I'll make my way to the bistro and... Hello, Mr. Ego. Super looking forward to today's change of plans, though we'll show you the bistro later. We're doing the tasting at the test kitchen instead. Here is the address and the menu. See you soon. Everything is fine. Let's send Anton Ego to peruse the menu. You know, as a former critic, I have always prided myself on my finely owned powers of observation, but it doesn't take a trained professional to notice that the dessert section of this menu reads "A surprise" in red font. Granted, I did say that today was a good day for one, but I didn't mean it quite so literally. Very well then, off to the test kitchen I go, albeit with somewhat more trepidation than previously. Let's send Anton Ego to make his way to the kitchen. And it seems as if someone has locked the door to the test kitchen. Which is curious, because judging from the frantic squeaking noises emanating from within, it is most certainly occupied. Some sort of hilarious misunderstanding, no doubt, and one that I'll just make a note of here. Alright, he's gonna do the tasting at the test kitchen and then come back here for the meeting, which... I mean, considering that Colette's phone is off, so I can't tell her to direct him to the third place, that's pretty good, right? Right, sorry, I'm so used to talking to rats, I kind of forgot that most rats aren't used to talking to me. How are you? Let's send Linguini and Emil to get acquainted at Remy's. So, I've seen you around the restaurant, right? Like, on the upper floor? Not that you'd be anywhere else. I'm just saying, because that's where we see the rats. Because it's, to scale. And also to put off health inspectors. Hey, you know what I realized both of us have in common? We're both not super great at small talk. So that's something. And I don't hold that against either of us. I mean, I'm not super great at most things. Whew, alright. Yes, it took more trial and error than I would have liked. But I've got a dessert. And actually, I should credit Emil for the concept. That brie he scavenged and how much enjoyment he got out of it. It got me thinking about what some humans might think of as trash, some rats think of as true gourmet experience. And, well, I don't want to spoil the surprise. Time to see what Ego thinks of it. Let's send Remy and Ego to have a tasting at the kitchen. A surprise indeed, and my sincerest compliments to you for a dessert that is both original and unforgettable. After all, crafting a flawless fromage blanc raspberry entremet takes technical proficiency, even under normal circumstances, but to present it in the shape of a stereotypical wedge of cheese, now that takes a sense of humor. He loved it, Emil. Not just the dessert, but the whole menu. And I've got you to thank for a lot of things, really. Oh, you're welcome, Remy. And thank you for making such nice human friends. You know, I hung out with that wiggly one a little bit ago. It was awkward at first, but then he gave me some grapes, so he's great. That's Linguini for you. Always comes through in the clutch. Now come on over to the bistro with me. Let's show Ego the place and then celebrate. Let's send Remy and Linguini to show off Remy's bistro, and let's send Emile and Ego to enjoy Remy's bistro. Well, seeing as you've done as fine a job here as our little friend has in the kitchen, you may expect my next check shortly. Really? That's great! For a minute there, I wasn't sure that... What I mean is... Thank you, Mr. Ego. A lot. Oh, don't mention it. If ever there was a dessert that merits a fully funded pop-up restaurant, I've just tasted it. Thinking about the conceptual playfulness of that dish, I'm reminded of the work of symbolist critic Remy de Gourmand. Oh, I say... Now, there's a promising name for a bistro, if there ever was one. Well, I don't know about symbolist criticism, but whatever you say.